Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability.
I have known Margaret for quite a few years from being a councillor on Morecambe Town Council and Lancaster City Council. Margaret has always rolled up her sleeves and got stuck into her council duties within her local communities, and is a true friend to the whole of the Morecambe community, along with her good work with the Alley Champions, which she created along with her trusty group of volunteers. Whether it was campaigning for a new bush shelter at the Battery, dealing with abandoned horses on King George's playing field, and more recently the unauthorised occupancy of the old boatyard near the Cllr Hotel. I live next door to Terry Masheter, a former Labour Lancaster City Councillor. Margaret was Terry and Sonia's hairdressing apprentice. Terry is still next door, and he will be delighted to know that his former apprentice is now the new Mayor of Lancaster.
Stars close their eyes, and the mist of the morning rise. Seagulls call the end of night, and the sun winds high in the sky. Brightly birds obey, so hot that it narrows your eyes. And the big red furies of arms around you, she can stretch for miles and miles. Take time to feel it. Take time and believe. You can feel the big baby wrap her loving arms around you. You can feel the big baby wrap her loving arms around you.
Everybody knows Max Pattison. She sorted out the weeds around here. She used to do my hair. That comes up quite a few times. I went to school with her. My children were at dance school with Lucy and Charlotte. And that's a Scottish resident that said, "Oh, you mean the one with the short skirt?" That's right. My children went to school with her children. And another one from resident, she and Tyson Fury sorted out my back passage. I think she meant alleyway, cleaning up the alleyway. Yes, Max sorted out my problems with the council. Max has also supported our local schools and helped them look after our neighbourhood. Of course, everyone knows Max. The only downside of campaigning with Max is that you have to do the majority of the work. She's found yet more friends to talk to and socialise. Just when you think you know everything about Mags, you discover a second Mags, twin sister. And I warn you, don't get on the wrong side of either of them, because you'll have both of them on you. Mags is tireless in her work for Morecambe, running regular surgeries at Morecambe Market. She's a governor at both Sunderland School and the Bay Academy. She manages a considerable portfolio of casework, and she still finds time for her Alley Champions work, combining cleaning up neighbourhoods with new out in the community. Indeed, Mayor, I can think of no one better qualified to be our next Mayor, and I have great pleasure in proposing Max Pattison.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world that we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each man who gets to make me happy.
So, Madam Mayor, Mum, family, friends and honoured guests, it's an absolute privilege and a pleasure, and with beaming pride, I toast my mum, Councillor Margaret Pattison, or Mum, or Mam Mags, as our Mayor of Lancaster. Mam Mags is a name used by her beloved grandchildren, and of course, being the cool, fun and gift-bearing grandparent she is, she could not be burdened with Granny or Nana. So Mam Mags, from the Tunisian heritage of her first grandchild, Noah, and fondly used by Idris, Thomas, Alice, Alia and Finley. Now, I know, Madam Mayor, that you won't be the only one looking longingly out of the window at the borough, waiting for that first glass of wine after this event. But can I just say thank you to all the council officers, all the staff and those who have delivered an incredible event, a wonderful ceremony and a delicious meal for us here today. Just a round of applause for those people. My boy Thomas loved his Yorkshire pudding, and particularly his second one. Okay, another one for Deputy Mayor, please. So thanks to my two sisters, Charlotte and Lucy, who are sharing mayoral duties. That gets me out of that one, thank you. Mags and her twin sister, my Auntie Trish, they were born at the Queen Victoria Hospital in Morecambe. I won't say the year. No, better not. 1962. Just slipped out. So they then went to St Patrick's Primary School before going to Our Lady's High School. And after school, my mum trained as a hairdresser. And I don't think ever put her prices up with inflation since she started trading in the early 1980s. So I'm not sure how you managed on £5 for a dry cut when you also drove to their house, Mum. But joking aside, thank you so much for being a wonderful role model, being so generous and for such loving upbringing. And today is just one addition to a fantastic legacy of memories we have for you as our incredible mum and our loving Mam Mags. Now, contrary to what my mum says about her introduction to politics, it was her big heart which drove the good values which made us want to get involved and improve our local community. So that's the real truth. And Mags was first elected to Lancaster City Council in 2011 to the seat of Heysham North, and more recently to Harbour Ward, where I served for 4 years myself. And I served with Councillor Janice Hanson and Councillor David Whittaker. So the late Councillor Janice Hanson was a wonderful person. I'm just so happy that John is here by my mum's side today and for this next year. Thank you so much, John. Mags is a hugely well-known figure in the local area and always has a story to tell about her campaigning successes, mishaps, and just downright bizarre incidents that happen usually on a daily basis that she rings me about. But I'll share maybe one of them with you later. But let's just say walking around the local supermarket with her is always a challenge. A number of people, just with the number of people, Alia, that stop her for a chat, particularly when you're in a rush, or remembering back personally as a grumpy teenager, just when you want to get home. But Mags, you know, it's as was said earlier, just everyone seems to know you in Morecambe, and they never hesitate to stop you for a chat, and you never stop chatting to them about the latest gossip, to catch up on their lives, or to take down some local issues that you can direct to some unfortunate but some willing council staff. Now, looking at the role of Mayor and the job description, I mean, I won't go over it too much, but it says that it's a ceremonial and civic figure that acts as a first citizen of the district and create social cohesion for the local authority. They represent the council in public and promote local events and charities. And the mayor's role is largely non-political. But I don't think you'll have a problem with that, because you're the person that brings people together, aren't you? But thinking of words to describe my mum: compassionate, kind, loving, generous, caring, and tenacious, particularly around helping residents and representing your community. So from that, I can't think of anyone better to take on the role and do an amazing job for the council and for the community. Now, I've got campaigns written down next, but I'll keep this speech succinct, you'll be glad to hear. But Max is a co-founder, as we heard earlier, of the Morecambe Alley Champions group, which some rival council candidates have attempted and failed to replicate. I mean, surely those rival alley cleaning groups, the rival ones at least, know that they're fighting a losing battle, when the greatest success in promoting Morecambe Alley Champions came when former heavyweight boxing champion mistook them for a community payback session as they weeded the street outside Morecambe Police Station. Anyway, you got some decent photos and some excellent marketing out of handing Mr. Fury a shovel for just a few minutes. But ever visible in your local community with your advice surgeries, and which you've been leading on for over a decade, I spoke to someone on election day last week, and they said, there's always someone you know that she's helped. She did this for me, she did that for me, she helped me here. She never stops. And I thought those words are just a testament to your hard work and dedication over many years. I'm just going to share one final thing. Now, speaking of campaigns on the doorstep, my favourite story of my Mags out on the doorstep electioneering was when you were campaigning near the Queen Victoria Hospital in Morecambe, and you came to our house, which had a car parked on the road with its boot open at the front. And the house had the door fully open, and you went over and knocked on the door, only to see a couple with a large object rolled up in a carpet coming towards you. But with no hesitation, I'm calling about the election. What's that, love? The lady said, as her and her partner struggled to carry the object to their car. Now, being the caring, helpful and compassionate soul that you are, and following their request of, can you give us a hand, love? Without question of what the contents might be, you took a corner. Only for the carpet to roll open, to reveal a dead dog inside. Max then helped the couple lift the dog to the carpet into the car. And the couple, who were very grateful, they then said, where are you calling from again? She said, I'm Councillor Margaret Pattison, and I'm calling about the election. Well, you've got our vote, they said, and sped off into the distance. So can I ask you all to raise a glass, and if everyone can stand, please. To the Mayor and to the City of Lancaster.
Just to say a warm thank you to our amazing retired Mayor, Abby Mills, Hamish and Sam. What a wonderful year you've had. Thank you. I'll try not to repeat what Ian said. And thank you to Councillor John Hanson, who has kindly taken on the role of Deputy Mayor, having served myself with his wonderful wife, Janice, Councillor for Harbour Ward. I know Janice will be very proud. And thank you to Charlotte and Lucy for taking up the roles of Councillor. My career was always going to be working and supporting the public. I was born in Morecambe Queen Victoria Hospital with my twin Trish, not at the same time, 40 minutes apart. I brought up by my amazing mum and dad, brother John and sister Anne, Marion and Trish, in the village of Overton, surrounded by caring, loving neighbours. The Mashiter family was the local farmers, where Councillor Billy Mashiter was the first mayor from Overton, followed by Councillor Margaret Rainford.
which, do you remember Margaret Rayford? Yeah. Which as a little girl, watching them, what councillors did was amazing. I was lucky to qualify for a hairdressing apprenticeship at Terry Mashida's on Albert Road, Morecambe. And guess what Terry was? A Labour councillor and a governor was Heysham High, that's now the Bay Leadership Academy. Malcolm will remember that. Going on to getting married to Dave and having 3 beautiful children, Ian, Charlotte and Lucy, supporting them in their education and hobbies. Then when he decided to study history and politics at uni, before that he helped in our wonderful MP, Geraldine Smith's office, which helped Ian plan for his uni, as our MPs worked so hard with casework coming in all the time. Thanks Geraldine for that. I took over the role from when Ian went off to university, and I loved every minute working in Geraldine's office. There was always something going on and characters coming into office. It was wonderful. So when the election came round, with working in the MP's office, seeing all the casework coming in, I was encouraged by my family and friends to stand for Lancaster City Council and Morecambe Town Council. When I was elected, I thrived on the casework, helping and supporting our residents. Firstly, holding a weekly surgery at West End Impact, then noticed we had lost, with being brought up in Overton, we'd lost Love Thy Neighbour. So I put together with Terry Metcalfe and David Whittaker, thanks Terry and David for everything. They're my right hand, left hand man, they're absolutely brilliant. So we put the Alley Champions together, and the volunteers that came out were usually retired people that wanted something to do, and it was just amazing. And with the help of Lancaster City Council staff, you know, because I was always on to them about this, that and other. So, so turning back on alleys into communal gardens, I remember one of the alleys, and we had permission from every property, as the alley was full of settees and bags, and it was a cobbled alley. So our friend from Fleetwood, after the council and community payback cleared the alley, he came and jet sprayed the grass off the cobbles. Every neighbour on that alley bought a paddling pool, and they enjoyed quite a lot of pool parties. It was amazing. Just that little space, and they were having pool parties. The residents of the oh yeah, I've done that bit. I have been a proud governor at was Heysham High, now the Bay Leadership Academy, for 16 years. Also Sandyland School, where the children love to come into the community and help out. When Councillor Eileen Blamire and Councillor Johnny Hanson, Johnny sadly passed away 3 years ago, when they believed in me and asked me to join their cabinet, I was absolutely thrilled, because I just thought, you know, they've seen the work I've done on the council, and thanks Eileen for that. So my portfolios were, here we are, sorry about this. And I believed Eileen Blamire and Johnny Sanson brought the council together, listening and working hard for our residents. My portfolio was rural areas, Yorkshire Dales National Trust, volunteers and older people's services, where I worked alongside Diane Smith and Penny Foles to put together the Bay Dementia Hub, which is still running today. I feel politics stays at the door when us councillors are in committees, meetings. We work together as a team, being the voice of the people. My charity will be St John's Hospice, in memory of my twin sister's partner, Paul Bolton, who fought so hard when he was diagnosed with cancer, but unfortunately fell asleep at peace, aged 61, last November. St John's Hospice and the district nurses were absolutely amazing, coming through the night to give Paul peace. My second charity is Making Space for people who are in need by reason of any physical or mental illness or disability arising, for care in the community and housing. So that's my second charity. And I'd just like to finish looking around the room, family, friends, colleagues, councillors, loved ones that also can't be here today, Thank you for being by my side in this journey of life.